course, I am Cash, hosting the podcast, right? And now I'm finna get into some NBA topics and debates. But before we get into that, you already know, man, cue the intro, please. All right, man. We tuning in again. I was just watching the Lakers and the Knicks game. It just concluded, and it went into another overtime game. Man, the Lakers have been in two overtime games in the past 3 games, man. So it's been lively. The Lakers and Knicks game in particular was very interesting. These teams were going back and forth. You already know the Lakers. They need every win. They need every win they can get, right? And the Knicks, they've been playing really, really good basketball lately, man. Jalen Brunson, right? He had 10 30-point games on the season. And recently, he's just been cooking lately, man. He's been looking like an all-star. He's been playing like the guy right now. I wouldn't say there was a lot of blowback, but there was some type of blowback when it came to Jalen Brunson or the acquisition for the Knicks to try to acquire him. Well, if I got my guy right here, I'm about to add him right now. But Jalen Brunson is definitely a great addition to the team, and he's doing his thing. And I'm proud of Buddy, man. What's up, bro?
Listen, man. You see my
Huh?
you see my avatar, Cash?
Hold
Look
on,
at
let me
my
see.
avatar.
Let me see.
Look
Let
at
me
my
see.
avatar. Bring it up. Gotta make it clear. This is the time that I'm on, man. That's how I'm pulling up to New York. I'm looking for RJ Barrett. That's what that's how I'm pulling up the New York Knicks right now. That my son Jalen Brunson for doing his thing. That was a real good game. Seeing what they did. He passed Steve Nash. You feel me? So at the end of the day, you real good look. I was just sitting here thinking, I was sitting there looking at it, and I'm like, damn, he ain't trying to retire.
Who? LeBron?
Yeah, he ain't going for a record. But the way Chris Paul, I'm sitting here looking, I'm like, damn, league.
Yeah, I was watching it. I knew he was up there in assists. So I mean, that's like one of the first things I wanted to point out in the video. So you kind of beat me to it, bro.
Not my fault. I think that's what
No,
we
you
just
good.
talked about.
No, you good, man. It's whatever.
I know that
But
was this game. But go ahead.
But yeah, bro. He passed Mark Jackson and Steve Nash to be fourth in career assists, bro. I think I have the numbers here on my phone. So he has. Let me pull it up right now. So he has 10,333 assists, bro. And then Chris Paul has 11,246 assists. So I mean,
He got 36. 36.
Yeah, I said 36. I was talking about LeBron.
Yeah.
You feel me? So yeah, man. And for LeBron to really be passing this though, like what does this mean for LeBron? Like, obviously, bro, like this just adds more fuel to the fire, bro, for the whole GOAT debate. For those people who want to keep entertaining that narrative about LeBron not even, inching closer in what he means to the game, bro. We talking about a guy who's about to have the most points all time and about to be top 5, or not even about to be. He has more. He's top 5 in assists, bro, all time. Like, I wish I can find this stat. I wish I can find this record. But LeBron has like the most accumulated points in NBA history, bro.
That's the GOAT.
Yes, sir. And when I mean, and for me to explain that for some of the people who don't understand, accumulated points is basically obviously the points that LeBron scores and then the points he racks up off of his assists, bro. So you're talking about, so if he already has like 40,000 points, if you add in regular season and playoffs, and then you add on top of that the assists that he's racked up throughout his career, bruh, he's been doing it, bro. He's been doing it. And not to mention, he had a triple double today. He had a triple double, man. So AD coming into this game, right? The Lakers was inserted into he was finally inserted into the starting lineup, right? He was slowly getting back into the mix. AD didn't have I mean, he didn't have the greatest of game, but I felt like it was necessary. You know, he did his thing. I felt like he could have gotten a lot more rebounds. I felt like he was getting out rebound at certain times. But I mean, for the most part, bro, the Knicks were giving the Lakers a battle. Like, you know, they weren't going in the garden and just giving them this game. They weren't trying to, they wasn't trying to make it easy for the Lakers. And of course, Lakers, right, they're desperate in trying to get certain wins. They're not trying to, every win, every loss is crucial, especially when it comes down to this Lakers team, right? But with the way that LeBron's playing right now, we know that he's not shooting great when it comes to the three-point line, but that's probably the one thing that and maybe defense, right? But besides that, bro, I mean, we looking at a Laker team that's literally like one good piece away from making a major difference in the Western Conference. Like, real talk, bro. This is how I'm looking at it, bro. Like, Rui, what's up, Batcher? Hey, man, you're looking in on tapping in, bro. I hope you've been tuning into the streams. I've been putting up some videos on there, man. Been posting up some games. But yeah, man. So with this Laker team though, like, I feel like they're literally just one good piece away from being a big player in the Western Conference, bro. Like, Rui was a great addition. It gave him depth, right? He was playing aggressive out there. They even had him in the starting lineup. You even had Russell Westbrook, you know, playing well out there, making, you know, dropping dimes, even made a crucial three-pointer to help put, you know, to even further the lead on the Lakers, but ultimately it came down to overtime. And Jalen Brunson had nailed the shot to tie the game. And then obviously once it hit overtime, you know, the Lakers did their thing and they capitalized on the opportunity and then sealed the deal, right? But it's not even just LeBron, bro. It's not even just LeBron who you know, who's racking up all them assists, bro. Even got a shout out to Russell Westbrook, bro. Russell Westbrook just passed Gary Payton for 10th all time in assists. So it's not just LeBron. We talking about LeBron. We're not just talking about LeBron. We talking about Russell Westbrook also. We talking about two guys on the same team that are basically all time passers, right? So if we and were you watching the game? Did you have a chance to tune in?
Yeah, I was watching the game.
You feel me? So, was it Troy Chrissy? Troy Chrissy, right?
Yeah, you talking about the light skin boy?
Yeah, Troy Chrissy, right?
Who? For LeBron assists?
Yeah, no, not just LeBron assists. I'm just speaking from. I'm just saying that he was shooting well in that game also throughout the game. Like, he played well.
Brown? You talking about Troy Brown?
Was it? Oh, is it Troy Brown?
Because Brown's like Chrissy only has 6 points. So Troy is Troy Brown and Max Chrissy. But it was Rich. It was Hachimura. Like, you see what I mean, Pat? I told you, like, before Hachimura came, what did I say? I said he's going to be the maybe 20-point person. This game showed you what Hachimura can bring. Like I said, like, he's going to be very good on this team, bro. He's going to excel on it. You know, I said it. He's not like a superstar, no. That's like a fitting piece to a puzzle. You feel me? And one thing, like, he is used to, like, being in a situation where it's like that's where he excels in. You feel me? Like, he excels when this person has this role, that person has that role, and this person has that role, and everybody has to facilitate. At the end of the day, that's another thing too, like Westbrook. This was another thing that I said. Away from this team, who was helping LeBron facilitate this ball like this, bro? You feel me? Because at the end of the day, like, then it's true that he good, but he would have moments. He have his good games and he have his bad games. You feel me? So Westbrook coming off the bench, holding it down, coming in, giving us some good numbers, giving us some points, giving us, and so he not stat padding, he not tripled up, he just trying to win the game. You feel me? Trying to take smart shots. And Westbrook only missed 6. You feel me? 1 for 4 from 3. We gotta give it to my burn over.
Hey, bro, are you on Wi-Fi at your crib? Are you using your phone?
You heard me?
Yeah, it breaks up, bro. All right, yeah, you have better signal now.
The difference. It's not Wi-Fi.
All right. No, because it was saying your joint was like 0 out of 10 with your network connection. All right, but continue. Up. All right, man. Let me if he when he comes back, he'll say what he needs to say. But yeah, man, here's the list right here. Russell Westbrook right there, 10th all time in assists with 8,967 assists right there, bro. I mean, in LeBron, I mean he was 6th. He passed Mark Jackson and Steve Nash, man. So my question is, where's LeBron gonna end up on this list when it comes to total assists, man? Like, I think that's a big question. Oh, AKN, I got 2 guys up in here. Yeah, he will. Yeah, I got a group up in here now.
What's up, boys?
What's up, man?
The whole gang's here now.
What up?
Yeah, we're gonna have a 2v2 now.
2v2.
Yeah, since the second guy is Ty, I'm feeling pretty confident.
Huh?
Since it's only you and Ty, I'm feeling pretty confident.
Bro, you be losing every debate, bro.
Confident in what? What you got somebody else? Go on. You think somebody else gonna sit here and agree with the stuff that you say? Talk about 2v2.
Will don't even agree with you, bro.
Man, yo.
AK, my boy. I ain't hear from you in a minute.
In what?
I ain't hear from you in a minute, my boy. Where you been?
So, we've been here.
Where you been, AK?
He been harding. Whenever he down in fantasy, he be harding.
He be harding.
Yeah. Don't worry.
You know what's funny?
No, when I slap bad this week, I'll be back. Don't worry.
Bro, you down, bro. What you mean, dog?
You had everyone playing today. Yo, wait tomorrow.
Bro, I know I had everybody playing today. I set it up like that. It wasn't like that.
As soon as I open up fantasy, it's showing me congratulating me by my winning. You know, it's little animation and all that. Showing my dub. Showing your boy got talking all that smack. You got to get smoked again.
I enjoy that because in the end of the day, it doesn't matter. What matters is who's leading the league, and you're not. I am.
What you say?
How you leading the league?
Or the conference. I'm leading the conference.
Who's leading the league?
No, you're not. You're not leading nothing.
I'm leading the conference.
Bro, you're not leading in no conference, bro. You about to lose that spot. Look, I got it up on the screen right now.
Okay, and look, go to the standings.
And you about to lose again. You down,
bro.
My boy.
You about to lose, bro.
Damn, he
about to have
got in a quarter. Oh, Jokic only in second quarter. Damn,
yes, sir.
Man, what the? Why the fuck are you above me? That doesn't make sense.
Because he beat you.
I beat you, y'all.
Nah,
you
that's
about to
bullshit.
Lose again. You about to lose again and go back down.
and And remember, because he beat you, remember that, and y'all tied in the record, that puts him over you
Yeah,
in the
that puts him
standing.
over. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's some propaganda. Some
That's not
propaganda.
Oh
propaganda.
wow.
Oh my god, bro, that's not
And you
propaganda.
lucky I had
Bro.
my injury else.
Bro, you lucky that I had my injuries. What do you mean?
I
Me?
don't hear
I
shit.
would have
I don't
had
hear shit with no injuries, bro.
yeah.
Cause bro, you wanna know why I don't hear nothing? We have no injuries because I have Cat and OG Ananobi out, bro, and I'm beating you.
Nigga. Oh, you talking
I
about him.
had Tyrese and Marcus Smart out. So
I ain't gonna lie, Pat. You had
Okay. I had Cat out the whole year, bro. Bro, you can't talk to me about injuries, bro.
And I'm not, bro. I'm
He said
saying
he
you
got
had
out,
everyone
Pat.
playing. Wait until tomorrow. I have
Huh?
everyone playing tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna be Legion.
Bro, I know, bro. You have everybody playing, but I have people playing too.
Yeah, but not like me playing.
Everybody's playing tomorrow.
Yeah, it's Wednesday, bro.
Yeah, everybody, the whole league is like playing. Everybody has.
All right,
their
show
own
other
full
matchups.
squads.
Show me how Hawk is doing.
Huh?
Show me how Wilt is doing.
Will? I think
I mean, Will got an easy matchup. He going against Zach. Zach don't even play his plays.
yeah, he don't really even be playing. He got like a cool 489. He just Giannis just closed out the game, right? He got like 50,
Yeah.
56 points.
Yeah, he had 50 something, 6. Yeah.
Damn, DeJounte Murray. Wait, hold up. No. This was.
Bro, Ty's lucky that he's playing Billionaires too. He doesn't play this shit.
That's on him. What the hell you talk about?
Right, you
You
know.
lucky you played him.
Josh getting smoked. That's why Josh didn't join the stream today.
And I ain't even
Probably.
I ain't making no moves. I want to let my son try to get a fair chance some way, somehow.
Yes, sir. Got that boy playing. I'm about to have 500 on you, AK, by the end of the night.
Yeah.
I'm about to have 500. Probably not even 500. I'm about to have like 600, 700 tomorrow.
And I'll have 100 more on top.
No, you won't, bro. You won't be
You
on
guys
top.
are facing each other?
Yeah, we're going against each other. But
Yeah, Hawk.
Huh?
Hawk,
Yeah.
tell him it doesn't look good for him since he's playing me.
Bro, ain't nobody scared of you, bro. You got 2 losses, dog. I'm undefeated.
You're about to get your first loss.
Bro, no, you're saying that and you're down, bro. Like I know your entire matchup. I know exactly what your team look like, when they playing, how many plays you got for each day, bro. I studied your shit, bro. It's done for you. If you don't get up by Friday, you done for. I'm letting you know that now. If you don't get up by Friday, you done for the week. You might as well throw in the towel. Throw in the towel. Hey man, but
Bro thinks he's Batman doing all this like preps, you know.
Hey man, I'm
I ain't
just
gonna lie to you, doing too much.
Who?
I see all the moves you making. I'm like, Pat.
Who, me?
Yeah, I see the moves you making. I'm like, nigga,
Bro, because I'm trying to get these players before you pick them up.
Nigga, you know what's so funny is I noticed you was doing that shit right, and you doing that shit just points. Like,
Huh?
I know you was doing that shit about 20 points, nigga. Like, all them niggas you was feeding to pick up. To me, I knew you was doing that shit. Like,
Hey, bro. I didn't pick him up. I ain't pick him up because of you. I picked him up. I picked him up because
you got 5
my research.
positions already.
And I don't got you. And guess what? I don't got to use him for the next 2 days. Watch. I'm not gonna use matchback. I'm not gonna pick up no plays for the next 2 days. I already set my stuff for the next 2. Huh?
I should fuck you over if a nigga get injured.
Or if somebody get injured.
Yeah, that's the only way you get fucked over.
Yeah.
You better pray.
I ain't gotta pray, bro. I'm Gucci.
You Gucci. You feel me? You gonna get a bot, you know? Bot. What's AK about?
I better be praying to everything. I don't know.
Oh shit! You got Bubble Murray right now, AK.
Bro, Bubble Murray be Murray the shit. This way. What is he? Yeah, it's second half and he's already 20.
Hey, Will, how you feel about your squad though?
I'm good. I'm happy with it. Now I am. In the beginning, man, I kept getting random, like Giannis would be randomly out, and they would call it like right before the game, so I couldn't even make the change. It was like, what the fuck? Same thing with this guy, big man. What's from
Rudy Gobert?
Gobert was out randomly, and then Ja, he sat out like what the fuck? But now I'm getting consistent play from everybody, so it's good. And I'm not picking up or dropping anyone off because everybody on my squad is beast, man.
Nah.
The worst guy I got. If I look is Fultz.
Hey, what made you pick up Fultz though?
I don't know. He was there to pick up. I don't even. Carter was there too. Money. Carter was there too to pick up.
Hey,
Wendell Carter Jr. He's another one still good.
That the last time, if you look at his transactions, I was the last person to have him before you. I used him against you.
Fultz?
Yeah.
Oh.
I used him against you in our matchup. He had like 50 points, bro.
Yeah.
Ever since then, you picked him up. I never seen him again.
yeah. Nah, he's been good.
All right, so let's switch it up.
Wendell Carter Jr. is another one I picked up like that. He was up for grabs and picked him up, and he's been good too. Those are my two worst players, and yet they produce a lot. So I'm good. I'm happy.
That for dropping him, Pat. Ricky had Wendell.
Oh, Wendell Carter?
Yeah, Ricky had him. He dropped him.
Oh, he dropped him?
He dropped him, yeah.
He probably had a bad game. He probably had like 8 points one day.
Yeah. like I said, those are my two worst guys, and they've been producing a lot for me since I picked them up. So,
hey, but let me ask this though, man. Hey, what do you think about your Knicks this season?
They're doing good, man. They had this game today. They lost fair and square. I'm not gonna complain, because
as a whole, this season so far.
As a whole, we're still missing one guy. We're still missing that one guy, and I think. I did. I told you. I asked you about what you thought about OG. Because
we might get him.
Rumors. Yeah, we might end up getting him. It's not too bad. He's one of the best.
I think that's a real good missing piece.
Yeah, he's number one steals in the league. He's number one in tips, passes or whatever. He could score, if he gets enough space. So I don't know. He'd be a nice pickup, but I don't think he's the missing piece either. That's the thing. Like, he's just another good piece to have. It's nice. Because OP Toppin ain't doing shit. He's one of our worst defenders in our team.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think a straight up trade for OP and picks like they're planning to do would be great for the Knicks as a whole. But they still would be missing one guy, and I think that's where they're keeping Cam Reddish and the French guy. What's his name? Fournier, and they're gonna use them as trade bait too with the rest of the picks that they got. They just got mad picks, so they can just.
Yeah, they have a lot of. The Knicks have hella picks.
Yeah, hopefully it looks like they're going to be very active during this trade.
You think so?
I hope it'd be nice.
I think
Because why hoarding all these picks if you're not gonna trade them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And you're not gonna use them either because you don't want you're not you're not rebuilding the team. You're actually trying to build a winner right now.
Yeah.
So why hold on to all those picks if you're not gonna use them?
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just reading it. Yeah, so this just popped. Yeah, that was yesterday. So the Knicks and Suns are amongst the interested suitors in Raptors forward OG Anunoby. Sources say New York has shown a willingness to offer multiple first-round picks for Anunoby. According to those sources, the Suns, meanwhile, have control of all of their first-round picks, 8 in total through 2030. SNY first reported the Knicks' interest last week. So yeah, man, it seems like what you said is pretty consistent. But with OG, I think, I mean, honestly, I think in the overall scheme of things, I think the Suns will probably be a better a better fit for OG Anunoby. I mean, I'm not opposed to the Knicks. I think it would still. I agree that I think him going to the Knicks would be a great addition. I just think I think him going to the Suns would make the Suns more it would make them more competitive when it comes to championship aspirations, right? Because we know that Devin Booker has been out. They've kind of been fluctuating here and there, and
they're hurting. They're hurting on that side of the court. They hurt a lot on the defensive end. If it were for the big man, the guy that just Aiden, yeah. If it wasn't for him, they really don't have a lot of good defenders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'd be a nice fit for them too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What do you think they would give up for him?
Well, they also have picks, but I don't know if they could have beaten Knicks with picks. I mean, no matter what the Suns will offer, the Knicks can outdo them. They got like 50 picks, man.
Yeah, I mean,
honestly, they got like 10 first round. I don't know the real count, but I think they have 10 first rounders, and they got like 5 second rounders. So it's like, and some of them are guaranteed. Some of them are like
other teams picks, other teams picks.
Yeah. So they just own a lot of picks, and I feel like they could offer more. Plus players.
Yeah. No, you're right. Definitely right.
They got Cam Reddish. I mean, I would hate to see the Knicks get rid of Quickly. But they still got Cam Reddish. They still got Derrick Rose. They got Evan Fournier. They got Obi Toppin. So they got players that they could also move on top of the picks. So it's and these are players that we ain't gonna miss. It's not like the core, like what Utah wanted for Mitchell, Donovan Mitchell. They wanted like the core of the Knicks, and that wasn't going to happen. While an OG Anunoby is not going to cost us the core, it's going to cost us a few picks plus a few players that we don't use anyway, so it's fine.
Now, hold on. Let me ask this though, because you brought up a point, right? Because you said Donovan Mitchell, right? They wanted the core. They wanted what? They wanted R.J. Barrett, Grimes, and
Quickly, Toppin, Grimes, Barrett, and Reddish and picks. Like they wanted some ridiculous shit like they got for Gobert. They wanted, I mean, obviously he costs more than Gobert. He's better than Gobert.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were trying to go even deeper than what they did with Gobert. But
yeah,
That wasn't going to work for us, man.
Uh,
we were going to do so much worse right now. Like this team
I mean,
is fun to watch.
I mean, like I felt like they could have still pursued, but they could have countered though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
that's the thing that they were countering a lot, and Danny Ainge wouldn't budge. He was like, "That we want Barrett, we want this, we want that." So then the Knicks went ahead and they extended Barrett to 4 years, and then they were going to counter with another offer. Like, okay, you can't have Barrett obviously because we just re-signed him. We extended him. And Danny Ainge was like, "Fuck you guys! I'm going to Cleveland." Fuck. He didn't even use the Knicks offer. He was just like, "Fuck it! I'm going to Cleveland. That's it." Because the one I wanted was Barrett.
Let's see, hold on. I'm trying to look into that trade to what the Cavs gave up. I know they gave up a lot of picks, but I want to try to get the whole breakdown of what they actually gave up for him.
No, and they didn't give up a lot. That's another thing. It wasn't like they gave up their core, because you look at Cleveland right now, they're still a monster squad.
Yeah.
They still have their core. They got their core players. Plus Donovan Mitchell. I mean, they're a good squad now. You know, they're really deep. They're what, fifth in the NBA? I mean, fifth in the East, fourth in the East? Something like that.
Yeah, so the Jazz have acquired Cleveland's unprotected first-round picks in 25, 27, and 29, plus pick swaps in 26 and 28 per ESPN. Also going to Utah, as first reported by Yahoo Sports, Chris Haynes.
Well, that's 5 picks right there.
The number 14th pick of the 2022 draft, Colin Sexton, will arrive in a sign and trade and Laurie marketing. So they basically
marketing and Sexton. That's all it cost them, and 5 picks.
Yeah.
So they gave up less than what they were asking the Knicks for.
Yeah, because they were trying to hold the Knicks though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were trying to. I think Danny Ainge was trying to, go into his Celtics bag. He was trying to be a menace. Yeah. Trying to, because they know them Knicks picks are valuable. Those are gems right there.
Yeah.
So he was trying to get
all number ones.
Yeah, he was trying to get like a boatload of picks, probably like 10 years. He was trying to get picks like 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years down, knowing, that there was a chance that, the Utah Jazz can put them in a good spot.
Yeah.
But going back to OG Anunoby, right? And not just OG Anunoby, the Raptors in general, because it's interesting, with OG Anunoby, young player, right? Obviously, he's a great role player, but the Raptors have also been circling around, and they've been fluctuating on whether there will be a buyer or a seller team, right? And we've seen some things that the Raptors are open to kind of like entertaining options, and that might mean trading. Obviously, they're open to trading OG Anunoby, but there's a possibility with Fred VanVleet and maybe Siakam. But they said they want a bag, like they want a lot of shit for their star players. Like we already know, since they're moving off OG Anunoby, like where do you see this Raptors team bellying up in the future, considering that they're like 20 right now? They're 23 and 28. They're in the 12th place in the East right now.
They're going to rebuild. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah. They're going to what?
Because they're going to rebuild because Siakam is, I mean, he's agent. He's amazing right now still, but I mean, how much longer does he have? On top of that, Fred is very inconsistent, and him being a star that he is, like he shouldn't be playing like he is right now. One day he's averaging like 20, 30, another day he's averaging like under 10. He's probably the most inconsistent player there is right now in the league.
Yeah, he's not a number one. No,
Siakam?
Siakam, yeah. He's not a number one, that's the thing. He's like a number 2 or something.
Exactly, but he has to be number 1 because there is no other option.
In Toronto, he has to be number 1, but he's not a number 1.
Yeah,
exactly. He don't play like a number 1.
he's playing relatively well this season. I mean, he's averaging 25 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. I mean, he's not playing horrible. In what way would you say he's not a number one?
Well, he's not. He's not a LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? Like he's
No,
that
no.
the guy to go to. Like when you face Toronto, the Knicks see them a lot. So when you face Toronto, it's like, oh, you got the guys you worry about more is like Barnes and OG and stuff like that. I mean Siakam, so you're gonna get a good game out of Siakam.
Mm.
But you worry about the more dynamic kids out there, like Barnes. Barnes is he's a Nick killer.
Mm.
But like I mean, Siakam, when Raptors were actually good in like 1918 when they had DeRozan and then Kawhi, when they were like really good, he wasn't the main player. It was like either DeRozan or it was Kawhi. He was always that second player.
He was always the number two, right? He was always the second player.
But
he was a complimentary player. And then when they left, it was his turn to be number one, but he's not that type of guy. I don't know.
He's a role player. Like
he's a role player, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good role player.
I wouldn't say role player. I think that's a little far fetched to say.
Right. Yeah, he's not a role player, but he's a good number two. Like you want him on your team as your backup. As your, like Middleton to my Giannis type of thing. You know what I mean? Like he's that good that he'll dominate the game, but he needs a number one around him to dominate.
No, they're good. They have to rebuild though, around Scotty Barnes. Now Scotty Barnes is
he's gonna split too. He's gonna split if they don't do anything.
I think that's a little far. I think that's a little far fetched to say to build around Scotty Barnes, bro. There's nothing I see to say that they should build around him until they have enough conviction to say that all right, let's build around this guy. Like when you build around a player, bro, you build around a certified superstar. You know what I'm saying? Like a player you build around is like somebody like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because you see, like, he's averaging 30. You see the elevation in his game. I'm not saying he's not going to get there, but we're not there yet to say the Raptors need to build around Scotty Barnes. I would lean more in the direction that the Raptors need to build better around Siakam, considering, you know what I'm saying, he's the leading scorer. He's the leading scorer on the team.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and my thing about it is with the Raptors, is, I mean, is it injuries? Is it? I mean, what is it? Is it defense? I mean, it can't be defense because they're actually leading.
They're a good defensive team, man.
Yeah,
they're one of the best defensive teams in the league, actually.
Yeah, so it's like
just don't score shit. They don't score for shit though. That's
exactly the issue. Is they're like offense, like particularly Fred. Fred is the biggest issue they have. A guy who's supposed to be their main star and doesn't do shit.
Yeah. They don't score for shit, and they have no system. The system is really weak. Like if you look at them, they're very predictable. They're not a good offensive team. I don't know what it is. It's just random shots falling for like Scotty Barnes and shit like that makes them competitive. But other than that, that's not happening. They're not winning the game. They can be the best defensive team in the league. It doesn't matter. They ain't winning if they can't score. You know?
No, I agree. And I'm looking at it right now. The Raptors are 24th in offense this year.
Yeah, they're horrible.
Yeah, I agree, man.
What's Siakam averaging? I don't even know.
In points? 25 points.
Yeah, you see, you got a 25-point score and you can't fucking win. You're horrible in offense. That's just crazy. No, but it's true what Arden was saying. It's like they got a point guard that's supposed to be leading them, and he's horrible. He's not doing anything. And maybe it's his. I don't think it's his age. It's definitely injury. He's always injured. That's another thing with him.
Maybe that could play a huge effect into it too.
Yeah.
That could play a big part. You know what I'm saying? Like especially like if they were playing, I guess most of those games that they were missing out on, more than likely, they could possibly win those games. Like in the thing with Fred Van Fleet, I mean, I would consider him in the same category as like a good number, like a good three option. You know what I'm saying? Like a good scorer who like the good third scorer on the team. Because Fred Van Fleet, I mean, he can still knock it down. He can still shoot, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like he's like I wouldn't speak in the way that you have, AK, where you say he's like, he's been shit. But I would just look at it from the perspective, just like I'm trying to figure out what's actually going on here because I'm looking at them, points per game. They're like 21st in the league with points per game. They're 18th in rebounds. They're 24th in assists. And they're top 10 in opponents' points per game allowed. So
Okay, no, but go now to the Fred stats and look at them because every game it's like a fucking roller coaster.
Let me see.
Like what? A guy who was an all-star shouldn't be playing like he is.
I'm trying to find, buddy.
There's him.
Where is he?
There. Undrafted. Oh.
Yeah, man. These are hella stats, man. Let me see. I'm trying to look for the game for game.
Yeah.
I can't find it right now, though. I'll probably have to go on like a different platform to get those game for game stats though. But hey man, so gotta give an update on what's going down though. Because you already know, man. Gotta give an update every time I go live when we talk NBA. LeBron is 89 points away from the all-time NBA scoring record. And I mentioned earlier in the video that LeBron just passed Mark Jackson and Steve Nash in assists, right?
Yeah.
Hey man, so it's already set in stone. We don't even gotta like debate it at this point, right? But let me ask this as a general question to the group. What does this mean for LeBron to be all time in scoring and top 5 in assists?
Yeah, as soon as he passes him, Kareem will just add another like 10,000 points to his career.
What? You said I don't understand. You said if as soon as LeBron passes him?
Yeah, he'll add another. You don't know how Kareem like adds on to his stats?
Nah. I don't understand.
Brooke knows what I'm talking about. Nah, he does that all the time. He like adds on to his like stats.
Hey man, but answer the question.
I mean, yeah, his legacy.
Well, let me ask this. Let me ask it like this. Do you think this will contribute to the quote unquote GOAT argument?
It will contribute, but it won't surpass it. He played longer than MJ does, so.
Yeah, I agree. It would contribute, but it won't surpass it because he kept playing in a softer era. Like it just keeps getting softer and softer and softer, and a guy like him could keep playing in this league. He could go on forever, man. I could fucking join the league right now and fucking score 50 points a game, man. This league is mad soft. So I don't know, man. He could go on forever and score all the points he wants and get all the assists he wants. It's not gonna change the fact that Jordan was the GOAT. Is the GOAT.
And why do you have so much conviction in that?
because I see. That's the thing that I've seen both players play in both eras. Like when LeBron came into the
That's not
league.
LeBron's fault though on why the errors like that.
I'm
You know what I'm
not. I'm
saying?
not. Well, I'm not. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just saying that I'm not. I can't give one guy more credit
Mm,
than the other
mm.
when one guy had it easier than the other.
I wouldn't say
Like
he had it easier.
he had it easier. The fact that Will Chamberlain had it easier than Jordan
In what
does
way?
not make him the best, the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Because he was Will Chamberlain was the top man. He was the top dog. He was scoring 100 points in a game. He was he was like a human highlight reel,
Mm,
and he's not the GOAT. His era was weak compared to what Jordan had to go through. Jordan was a guard. He had to play in an era where you know the defense that he had to go through. It wasn't like they they, they hand check. They hit you. They they flagrant fouls was a thing. Like I remember there was I forgot what year it was. Charles Oakley of the Knicks, he led the NBA in flagrant fouls, and that was something to be proud of.
mm,
Because now I ain't letting you score. You ain't gonna score. I don't give a damn if you're up in the air. I'll grab you by the fucking shoe, like Charles Barkley did one time to a player.
mm.
Like they were dirty then, and the Pistons and all this stuff. Man, come on, you can't say
But
that.
they changed the rules for Jordan though. They changed it for him.
They didn't change it for him. They changed it because of him.
No,
They,
they didn't change it because of him. They changed it for him. The Jordan rules.
Uh,
what are the Jordan rules? I don't
when you
understand.
can't like
Jordan rules?
touch him when he dunks.
Like like in the process of him going to the rim, like the whole stigma around that circulated around the Pistons in Jordan, like the Jordan rules.
I mean that benefited everyone. It wasn't like for the Jordan rules.
I
It
mean,
wasn't.
it did benefit everyone, but Jordan benefited off of it tremendously.
Yeah, but he
Especially,
still got hit. When man, he was playing. You got to remember those times. The East, the NBA, the Eastern Conference was the beast.
mhm.
Everyone in the East played dirty. Everyone. The Knicks, Pat Riley's Knicks, and the Miami Heat, and the Pacers. Everybody played dirty, and he had to go through that to get to the finals every year.
Yo, Pat, you can hear me?
Yeah,
Real quick, cause I just want to say something real quick, cause I ain't a whole bunch of like just nonsense. Like I ain't gonna lie. I don't know why we talk about Will. I don't even know why we talking about Jordan right now. My son just passed 2 records, and I'm not hearing that it's not going to mean nothing. To be honest with you, the Lakers is 3 bad records, 6th place right now. So I'm not even hearing none of that.
Actually, it's gonna be
right now.
so funny
how
he passes this record and not even make the playoffs.
hold on, let him finish. AK.
I'm gonna just say this because for the like, me trying to sit here and talk and make it seem like LeBron is out, and then like if he retired already. Like LeBron got still another good 4 years. LeBron is not winning 2 more rings within them years. So if LeBron wins 2 more rings, stop all that. LeBron is gonna be considered the GOAT, and he gonna be considered on top. Bro. Being realistic and being like, see, y'all speaking from an instance of the time and that we in. You don't be thinking about no damn Jordan. They gonna be probably talking about some Steph Curry or LeBron James. But unless it's about some shoes, they're not gonna be sitting here saying, yeah, Jordan is better than LeBron. At the end of the day, like we gotta be realistic and be realizing the time we in. Like we talking like I hear everything, but it's like it's not even making sense right now.
Bro says if bro wins 2 more rings, like he's even gonna win 1 more ring. Bro is not even gonna make the
Bro, you
playoffs
sitting
this
here
season.
talking
He's gonna
like
pass record
Luca,
and not even make the
bro,
playoffs. What kind of argument
you
is?
You don't know if they're not gonna make the playoffs though.
you
But
crazy, bro. You don't
but
know that, bro. You sitting here talking. We 3, but Lakers would be in the 6th place right now if 3 games they didn't get settled by bad referees. They had 3 games where they got sold. If they would have won all 3 of them games in the 6th place, and we wouldn't be talking right now. And we just got AD back. Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. And the fact is, like, this is what LeBron. This is the type of stuff his whole career. It's
but you see that the thing is that I talk. I'm not biased at all. I'm not a Bronsexual, and I'm not a Jordan kiss ass either. I'm just saying what I see, and what I've seen for one player and what I've seen from another player, and you can't sit here and actually with a straight face say that the Lakers, even if they make the playoffs, are going to make a difference in this Western Conference. Maybe in a year or two, if they pick up a guy, maybe after the trade deadline, we could talk about this again to see who they pick up. Maybe they improve. But right now, the Lakers, they could go on a 10-game win streak. They still suck in this Western Conference. You come on, man. There's so many. There's at least 6 teams that are way better than the Lakers right now. I don't care if they have LeBron and AD, who's going to get hurt again because his thumb is going to hurt or his nuts are going to go out on him or whatever. And they still got this guy coming off the bench. He's having a great year right now. You know,
let me say something else.
What's his name?
Russ.
Russ is having an amazing year coming off the bench. That was one of the best things they could have done. But they need like another 2 or 3 guys in order for them to actually compete in the West to be a contender in the West. So that's what I'm saying. Like after the deadline, maybe we talk about this again. But right now, I don't care how many. No, they're not good. They're not good. They just had trouble with the Knicks. They just had trouble with the Knicks, dude. Like they can't beat. I mean, what happened in Boston was a fucking travesty. That shit was ridiculous. That was retarded. They just got destroyed by the Nets. Like they can't compete on a consistent basis right now. They can't compete.
But they weren't. LeBron and AD weren't playing in that game though.
Wait, hold on. I got 2 questions for him, right? Because one question, right? To you think Jordan?
You broke up, dude.
To you, you think Jordan is like to you have Jordan higher than LeBron?
I have.
He said, yeah.
By far.
All right, so look, right. Let me ask you this, right? How can you talk Jordan? How can you talk LeBron and y'all don't even know what the Jordan? Like we talking like for you, the fact that you didn't say that you didn't even know what it is, like you have basketball, bro. Because the fact that y'all even talking about this now, Jordan rule is, bro, and then you want to sit here and just belittle what LeBron do. This is what I was saying. It's like, yo, Cash, this is the type of like this man scored damn near 30-something points, damn near almost get 2 records in the same night, and we still can't get it. Like I'm not my son did this thing. It's like but he not this, he not this, and this not this, and this not that. And like, to me, it's just like. It's just unnecessary, bro. It's just unnecessary for me to like LeBron.
But so you're saying, but I don't understand. So you're saying that Jabbar was better than Jordan?
I'm not saying LeBron is better than Jordan. But what I'm saying
I'm asking you. You're saying that Jabbar Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was better than Jordan?
I didn't even say nothing about Kareem.
No, because you're saying because
what
you're
I'm
saying that
is what I'm saying is no. Listen, because what I'm saying is if you're sitting here conversation about like this person being great and you don't even know that the game was like do good. Like if you don't even know about the Jordan rule, how can you argue about that person being better if you don't even know about the Jordan rule? Like that's like me sitting here saying like if Pat was
what Jordan rule? That's a made up shit. They changed the rules. They didn't call it the Jordan rule.
Shit. It's not.
No, it's not made up. It was something that was implemented by the Pistons. Basically, whenever he would come to the paint, they would basically hack the shit out of him, and then that's why the NBA.
Okay, but you're acting like there isn't rules that were changed during LeBron's era that
they were changed. They were changed during his era, but they weren't changed for him.
Okay, but they didn't change that for him either because the Pistons and the Pistons and the Bulls played in the early 80s. I'm sorry, in the early 90s. Mm-hmm. They still hacked them in the 90s, in the mid 90s when they were facing the Knicks and the Pacers and the Heat. So what rule? What are you talking about? Because they kept hacking him and they kept not calling it, or they kept allowing it. Like I just told you, guys like Oakley and Rodman, and there was the guy from Miami, the center. They led the leagues in technical fouls, and they were proud of it. What rule are you talking about? There's no rule. That like maybe they softened shit up a little bit, but the shit kept hacking. It kept even getting worse with the Hacker Shack and all this other stuff.
Yeah, bro, this guy Bill Lambier was biting people, bro. I remember that shit.
What the hell?
That was Josh.
Like they didn't change anything in the NBA. Maybe they softened. Maybe they made it a little bit more alert, but they kept playing the same style. You're talking about something that happened in the early 90s that kept happening until the 2000s. Mm-hmm. When Shaq was older, that's when they changed the rules and it started, you can't hand check, you can't do this, you can't do that. When Jordan wasn't even in the league anymore. So what are you talking about? The Jordan rule. Like what you gotta look that up or something because that nothing changed. This shit got worse. Even it went through the Shaq years. And my thing is, if your logic is because he scored more points than Jordan, so did Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So that if Kareem Abdul-Jabbar scored more points than Jordan, then your argument should be that right now Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the GOAT, not Jordan. Not by that logic that he scored more points, right? By the logic that LeBron has more assists than Steve Nash, then let's say that LeBron is the best passer of all time. Like he's not. Like this. Yeah, okay. You have stats because you've been playing for a long time. Of course, you're gonna end up getting stats. Leave him alone. Malone kept getting rebounding stats and just to echo off what Hawk's saying, that's my biggest problem with LeBron fans. LeBron fans talk about records and use it for the GOAT debate. That's not what the GOAT debate should be about. The GOAT debate should be about at their peak, who is better. LeBron James' peak was either Miami Heat or it was Cleveland. And LeBron James' peak was never better than 92 Jordan. 92 Jordan averaged 40 points in the finals. 40 in the finals against the Suns, bro. I don't care about all these records, bro. The records are all fine and dandy, but what matters, what it comes down to, is at your best, were you better than the other player at his best? And LeBron James at his best was not better than Jordan at his best. I don't care what LeBron's doing right now. What LeBron's doing right now, it helps his longevity case. You could say LeBron is the best longevity player of all time, and that's obvious. But, bro, we don't care about the GOAT debate when it comes to total amount of points. He played longer. He was able to stay healthy. So what, bro?
Okay, man. Let me hop in here now because now right, now
Josh, you gotta like get a different mic or something, because
me. Oh,
no,
Josh,
you
right?
gotta
All right, so you made a couple points. I just wanted to kind of wait it out. I wanted you guys to kind of go back and forth with this argument, right? And we covered a lot. We talked about a lot. I'm not gonna hold you, right? So first things first. When you talked about LeBron, first of all, the fact that you guys keep using longevity stats, right? I noticed that people who are not fans of LeBron continue to use that argument against him. The fact of the matter is, give credit where credit is due, right? No matter what the record is, and no matter how he did it, LeBron is going to have the most points in NBA history, and that's due to the fact that he's played at a high level throughout his entire career, right? He's done that throughout his entire career. Every record is subjective, right? Especially when it comes down to points. Yes, the argument for Kareem doesn't leverage him to be the GOAT when it comes down to the points, right? But with LeBron, I'm not saying like obviously it helps his case and is subjective when it comes down to the GOAT argument. But I definitely say it helps him because, bro, if you're factoring in his peak alone and you're factoring him and you're factoring what he's doing right now, bro, he's doing something that you know for a fact, or not even for a fact, you have a good amount of evidence to say that Michael Jordan wouldn't be playing this way at the age 38, 39, the way LeBron is playing right now, right? And stop saying, because I'm tired of hearing this argument, stop saying LeBron, Miami Heat is prime LeBron James, because you're trying to limit it to 3 years of his career when LeBron's peak has spanned on for 14 years. Journalists have said it. The media has said it. A lot of people have freaking said it, bro. Like even the second coming, when he went back to Cleveland the second time around, there's a lot of people that would even say he played better during the second go around in Cleveland. And then if you compare his playoff numbers, then you talk about I noticed that whenever you talk about Michael Jordan, the only thing you bring up is points. But LeBron puts up points in the playoffs. LeBron rebounds and assists than Michael Jordan, and he's more efficient than Michael Jordan, right? So we got to factor that in, man. Like, we got to be fair. We got to give credit to where credit is due, and we got to be fair about what LeBron does, right? Because it's not just longevity stats. He's not just playing basketball. You're making it seem like longevity, like it's just like anybody, like he's like Vince Carter, Kareem, even Kobe, when Kobe was in the later spectrum of the later part of his career, when he averaged 17 points in his last season. Bro, he's averaging 30 fucking points at 38. That's not no longevity shit. He's playing prime. He's still playing at a prime level than most guys in the league. If a young guy, he's playing better than players that's in their prime right now. So how can you say it's longevity? He's playing as a top 10 player. And you even came out here and said it. So it's bullshit to say that it's longevity. He's playing, yes, his longevity is for longer than most. But you can't try to belittle what LeBron is doing, especially if he's putting up points and being the same all-around player that he's been throughout his career, with the exception of him not shooting the three well. But we know LeBron James wasn't particularly a shooter, right?
And free throws.
And free throws. Okay, but he's like a 70%. But that's something LeBron always had problems with. But regardless of the fact, bro, he's still putting up points. He's still playing the game. He still can contribute. He can still contribute a lot to a team. And that's the part that you got to factor in. Now, the whole situation with Jordan, right? Yes, Jordan dealt with a lot of difficult teams during his era, right? But we also got to put into play that, for one, he didn't beat any of the teams in the 80s. And then remember, he was getting bounced out he lost in the first round 3 times, right? With LeBron, and LeBron's only been bounced out the playoffs in the first round once in his career. When did that happen? 2 years ago? So basically throughout,
and then make twice, about to be twice.
Here's your argument, right? So all right, you're gonna bring up the last 3 years when you bring up the fact that he hasn't been in the playoffs, right, in the past 2 years, but you don't say nothing about him going to 8 straight finals with 3 different franchises. Why don't you bring that up? Why don't you bring up the
And
fact?
how many
Why don't
did he
you bring up
win?
his playoff accolades? Why don't
And
you
how
bring
many
up
did he win?
because you know he has better playoff numbers. He has better playoff numbers than Michael Jordan in the playoffs. You know that, right?
In what? In what?
What do you mean in what? He has more points. He
Not
has
more
more
points.
rebounds. He has more assists. He's the only person that averaged a triple double in the finals, right? You always bring up triple doubles when it comes to Jokic in the bullshit ass regular season. LeBron James did it in the freaking finals. Last I checked, that's clutch. Last I checked, that's great. Last I checked, that's GOAT shit. So don't tell me about other players and what they do, and then you don't bring up none of the shit that LeBron does on the court. So maintain your argument. Be consistent with your argument, and then just give credit, bro. Just give flowers, bro. Because all you're trying to do.
The thing. That's. Sorry to cut you off, but
No, you good. You good.
But that's my problem.
Mm.
See, I give him props because of his longevity, because of the fact of the matter is that he's playing in a softer era. So yes, he's going to last a lot longer. He's going to break all these records.
Let me rebuttal that. Let me rebuttal that.
The fact that he's not going to the playoffs is not his fault. It's the team that that's built around him.
Let me rebuttal that though. Hold on. Let me rebuttal that.
Yeah, good.
Yes, I see your point when you say it's a softer league, right? I'm not gonna completely disagree with that, but you got to understand the way I see it, right? And yes, I have to defer to you when it comes to the Michael Jordan argument because obviously I didn't get to see him play, right? But the way when I look back in NBA history and then we start to kind of see how the NBA has changed over the years, right? The NBA for a very long time has been a big man game, right? But once Michael Jordan started to take over the league, right? That's when the game started to shift from big man ball to guard ball. You start to see a lot of these rule changes start to shift so that guards so it can favor guards.
No.
How can you not say that, bro?
I'll agree with Cash on that, bro. I actually agree with Cash on that.
Hand checking is one of the biggest contributions to today's game. That's one of the biggest things. That's one of the biggest changes in the NBA.
Right. But the thing is that the big man started to phase in the late 2000s. Their big man dominated the game in the 90s.
Yeah, I agree.
And in the 2000s.
But hold on.
It was always a big man league. It started getting into the guard league when you would start seeing Curry chuck these half court shots and they were going in. And then everybody wanted to do that shit, and now it's fucking ridiculous. Everybody wants to be like Curry, and nobody's even close to Curry.
All right, but let me break it down like this, right? So, no one's gonna argue that Michael Jordan was the best player in the '90s, right? By far, I'm not arguing that. And then you have a small window when Michael Jordan retired. You can arguably say that Shaq was probably the best player in that small window, right? And then when Shaq had left the Lakers, right, he wasn't the best player in the NBA anymore. So I'm asking you, Will, right? Who was the best player once Shaq went to the Heat in the NBA?
When Shaq went to the Heat, it was still the big man. It was still Duncan.
I'm asking you who's the best player in the league, though.
Oh, no. In the league, I would say Kobe, definitely.
Kobe, right?
Yeah, Kobe.
D-Wade,
Kobe,
right?
Wade, Duncan.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. At that point, once...
But Duncan's a big man, though. Duncan's a big man.
Of course. But
and Dirk Nowitzki's a big man, too.
Mm-hmm.
Like it still was controlled kind of like by the big men. But I see the shift started happening with the Jason Kidds and the Nash and like you said, Kobe and Wade. It started to shift
It started to become more wing
smaller,
and guards.
wing and guards, right? But it was still like a big man league until like I said, like until the late 2000s. Late 2000s. That's when it really started shifting to the guards.
I wouldn't even say. I wouldn't even say. I would say probably like maybe. I would say officially, I think it was already changing in the early 2000s. I think it was changing. I think
started.
it was already
I would
changing.
say you started, yeah, because of Kobe, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Kobe and Nash, yeah.
I would even say that it started to head in that direction when Jordan was at the top of the world. It just
Yeah, man.
But then again,
sorry.
No, you good. Let me just say this, and I'll let you talk.
Yeah, man, sure.
But then again, who was comparable to Michael Jordan in his own position? Like who was competing with Michael Jordan in terms of guards? Right? Who was his competition in that spectrum?
Well, in the 90s, they had plenty of guards. They had Gary Payton and Clyde Drexler and man, I gotta go back. I mean, I would always want to say
Miller, Grant Hill. You got guys like fucking I guess Thomas. You know what I mean?
Thomas was done though. Thomas was done at that time. But yeah, Reggie Miller, Allen Iverson. Like it was still. He still had competition.
Allen Iverson's more Kobe era, bro.
Yeah, but he started coming up at the end of Jordan. You know, at the end of
that was near the end though. I would say that's more like Kobe. He was more in Kobe's era.
He was more in Kobe's era.
Ray Allen.
But Ray Allen wasn't. Yeah, Ray Allen was more of a catch and shoot type of guy. He wasn't really like.
Not on the Supersonics. Supersonics, he was a
bro.
dog.
Yeah, man averaged like 26 on the Sonics. I remember that.
Oh damn, Todd's not here anymore.
Wait, can't forget Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, but he was in Michael Jordan's era. Yeah. But the guard competition during Jordan's era was slim to none though. Like I would say Jordan was the needle in the haystack. Like he was the gem. He was like the gem of guards because he was obviously like playing out of this world. He was the outlier in his position when it came to other guards. Like I'm not trying to poo-poo like all the other guards that played in the league, but Jordan had like a huge step ahead of the number 2 guy.
Yeah, like but and another thing that you're not taking into consideration when you talk about Jordan is that you're thinking about today's era. He didn't play like guards play today. He didn't take threes. He went straight to the basket where the trees were. He went straight to the basket where Patrick Ewing was waiting to block his shit. Where Shaq was ready to block his shit. Mutombo and David Robinson and Hakeem Olajuwon and Jordan Murison and Rick Smits. These freaking huge ass motherfuckers ready to block his shit, and he's going and dunking on these guys and shooting over them and stuff. So he wasn't taking threes. He wasn't a regular guard.
I mean, he wasn't taking threes, but he wasn't. I mean, he wasn't taking threes like that.
To the basket. So so to dominate the league in that era, where fine, maybe he's.
But he had a mid-range shot though. It wasn't just he wasn't just always going to the rack though. He was.
I mean, at the end of the highlights that you see of him taking those mid-range is at the end of his career, but during his height,
second half. Yeah.
During his height of his career, during his prime.
Before the retirement?
Before his first retirement. Mm-hmm. He was going straight to the basket. He was going at it hard. He didn't give a damn who's in the way. Mm-hmm. And he's 6'6", going up against 7+ guys. 7 and up. And he didn't give a damn. He was the most dominant player in the league. Going up again, and he was not the tallest. That's another thing you got to take into consideration. He didn't play like today, or he didn't play like at the end of his career where he just settled for jumpers. He settled for these mid range. He was a beast. He was a monster. He going constantly to the basket. It was. We weren't fans, obviously, of Michael Jordan because I'm in New York, and he kept eliminating my Knicks in every season for like 6 seasons in a row. It was fucking frustrating. But and like my dad, rest in peace because he's not with us. But he used to hate the man. He would be like, "This guy's such a retard." Going up against trees, and he still makes the shot. What is that? He has no fear. We hated that man so much. Like it's not that I love Jordan. So when I make an argument for Jordan, it sounds like, oh yeah, I love. No, man, I hated the man. Man, you don't understand the passion that we have here in New York against that person. It's not like I love him more than LeBron. No, I'm just being.
No, you're speaking what you've seen.
Exactly. What I saw during one era and what I saw during this era. That's what I compare. It's not like I hate LeBron either because I don't have that. I don't have hate for he hasn't done shit to my Knicks.
He could have went to the Knicks though.
That's the only thing that hurt though. He instead of
he could have went to the Knicks.
That's the only thing that hurt. But other than that, he really has. We don't have hate for him out here in New York like we have for Jordan. But I'm telling you, I've guaranteed what I've seen in Jordan's era. He was a beast compared to LeBron. LeBron, when he came up,
I have to completely disagree with that, bro.
When he came up,
completely disagree with that, bro.
When LeBron came up to when he got drafted and all that stuff, man, I was so excited for this kid because he was going to be the best. He had court vision. He was built like Magic Johnson, but he had like the athleticism of Jordan. He was crazy. But as the time has progressed, I'm not impressed. I mean, no. Let me take that back. I can't take away all the accolades. I can't take away the longevity. I can't take away the records because he truly is one of the greats to ever play the game. He truly is one of the best basketball players that I've seen in my life. But he's not the best player that I've seen in my life. That's all I say. That's all I have to say about that. He's one of the best that I've seen in my lifetime, but he is not the best that I've seen in my lifetime.
I mean, that's fair. I feel like it's subjective, but AK, you can go.
Since we're talking about his opponents, why not bring out his teammates? Because MJ was dominating the league, and he never had a team better than the team when LeBron won the chips, other than the Cavs.
All right, but you got to factor in the eras, bro, because you like you said, we're talking about two completely different eras. You trying to compare today's basketball to the 90s. Like when Michael Jordan lost to the Pistons, Isaiah Thomas was the only All-Star, and with the exception of maybe Joe Dumars in 1 year.
Yeah. No, Isaiah's the only one. And when he lost to the Lakers, when he lost to the Lakers, when he lost to Boston, it was only Bird.
Yeah. So you got to check that, bro.
The thing is that it was even in the 90s. It was even. You could have one superstar, but the rest of them play a system.
Yeah.
Made the team dominant. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like today, you could have a bunch of superstars and still not win the championship. Like it's crazy.
And that's what you gotta think about, AK. Like you only thinking about LeBron's teammates, but what about the teams that he played against, bro? Like think about the teams. Think about teams that's not even in championship contention, right? They have multiple stars on their team now. Like every team is trying to have at least 2 to 3 stars on a team in order to win a championship. Right? So
that's the formula of today. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So you got to think about that, bro. Like it's two completely different eras of basketball.
And back in those days, they didn't trade. They didn't they didn't. Everybody stayed on their squad. Like everybody, you knew every year who the players on the Knicks were gonna be. You knew who the Bulls were gonna be. Like everyone stayed on their teams. So it wasn't like people were trading on the trade deadline or who's gonna sign, whatever. Like you knew your squad, and that's the squad you're gonna have for the next fucking 10 years. You know, like today, it's like everybody's like we're excited about the trade deadline to see who the fuck is gonna switch, who's gonna go here, who's gonna go there, make my team better, and all that shit. So yeah, it's different. It is different.
See, let me see. Hold on, give me a second. Yeah, man. But nah, man. I think today, I think a better label that you can attach to this in today's basketball era, I would say it's become a lot more offensive. It's become more of an offensive game as opposed to a defensive game. Like this year, they're already talking about this season as being the most efficient season in NBA history, right? Now, I mean, it's up to you whether you want to say it's become because it's softer, players are able to score more. Then I mean, hey, then that's an observation I can't either agree or disagree. But in today's basketball, especially when you're talking about offensive game, right? I mean, you talking about a multitude of players that I feel like Jordan would have a lot of trouble with. One player in particular would be Kevin Durant. He would have a lot of trouble with somebody like Kevin Durant, right? But LeBron, right, before this era, I mean, before, his time with the Lakers, for a better part of his career, he's beaten most of his opponents. If they didn't have an overwhelming advantage, right? He's beaten Kobe for the better part of his career. Right, he's beaten Kevin Durant prior to him joining to the Warriors for the better part of his career, right? And then if we factor in his finals, right, his finals opponents, right, that in itself, you can compare that to Jordan's finals opponents, and they can go toe to toe. Probably you would probably even pick LeBron's opponents in the finals and say that he had tougher competition. Right? So, I mean, it's extremely subjective. It's extremely fluid. For me, I've always looked at the GOAT debate as a narrative rather than, something that you can cement. Because obviously the GOAT debate, it's a label. It's something, that's thrown around. You could say this person's the GOAT, this person's the GOAT, that person's the GOAT, right? But I feel like you have a better argument in saying, bringing up like a Mount Rushmore of some sort. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like, with the argument with LeBron, like, all right, let me ask you this though, Will, because I know you would have better insight in this. What is, and I need facts on this, right? What stamps it in for you that puts Jordan over LeBron when it comes to his game?
I think I've expressed this before.
Like I'm talking about the fundamental level of things, like not from I've seen him do that. I'm saying like you could say accolades, stats, facts. Like what is the definitive factor on why you would pick Michael Jordan over LeBron?
No, it's like okay. I think I've said this before to you guys, on a previous time. Michael Jordan was a killer.
That's not what I'm asking for, bro. I'm asking for specifics here. I'm asking for specifics, right? And you can say points, you can say, oh, but I'm asking for a multitude of things on why you would have Michael Jordan over LeBron.
I mean, you want, I don't know, you want stats? I mean,
All right,
know.
let me. I'll help you out. I'll give you, and I'm not trying to. I'll just give you an example to kind of to speak on it here. For LeBron, right now, the way like I kind of spoke on it a little bit, but the way I look at the GOAT argument, I think obviously it's a narrative. It's something thrown out there, for to build credibility, storylines. It has people talking. Obviously, right? I
Yeah,
think. Yeah, I
yeah,
think I think the argument either should shift more towards Mount Rushmore's because you have a multitude of players that's done so much to the game, which has ultimately changed the game to what it is today, right? Like
mhm.
I think for somebody like Michael Jordan would have a lot of trouble going against a prime Will. You get what I'm saying?
Of course,
So
yeah.
so the way I look at it, or I would say the arguments that I would give LeBron to go toe to toe with Jordan, right? And it's not with the titles. It's not it's not the titles, right? It's not the scoring situation that I'm gonna allude to because obviously Michael Jordan has that in his pedigree and also with the
Yeah.
MVPs and stuff. Like I'm not discrediting anything Michael Jordan has done. You feel me? Like
Mhm.
my stance is I feel like LeBron has a much better argument than people try to make it seem like it's not like it's impossible. That's my point. You feel me? And with LeBron, right? There's a multitude of things where you can say that LeBron is the greatest all-around player in basketball. You can legitimately say that, right? From points, how he controls the pace of the game, right? To him being all time in points, rebounds, assists, his playoff performances, right? And also Jordan performances though too. But when you bring up Michael Jordan's performances, you point to a specific thing. I feel like but with LeBron James becomes more of an all around player. Like his teams, I feel like aren't without LeBron. I feel like they're complete dog shit without LeBron. Jordan, however, his team was still legitimately good when he retired. Like you like AK, you bring up the fact that LeBron Michael Jordan only played with one player in Scottie Pippen. You say he's underrated, but when Michael Jordan retired, the Bulls were still a legitimate team in the Eastern Conference.
No, not really, because when he retired,
I'm not
when
saying
he
they want to win. I'm just saying they were a legitimate team. Like they were still a good team.
when he retired to play baseball, which was a freaking mistake.
Mm.
Um,
Well,
and the Knicks should have won those next two championships. They went to the finals one year. They lost to
The
Houston.
Knicks.
Then they lost. Then they lost to the Pacers. It was like such a huge letdown because that was the window
Mm.
for the Knicks, for New York to bring the championship to the city,
Mm.
because the Bulls weren't in the way. Because
Mm.
they weren't in the way. They weren't the same team.
Mm.
They were not the same team.
Mm.
They were not competition. And then he came back and scored 55 in Madison fucking Square Garden on Mother's Day or some shit. I forgot what day it was. And we're like, what is this? Like, he's
Mm.
back? This is retarded. And then we didn't sniff the finals again until he
Mm.
retired the second time. When he
Mm.
retired the second time, we go to the finals again. Like,
Mm.
he kept the Knicks down for most of my life.
Mm.
But that's the thing. I don't know, stats,
Mm.
all this. Okay, fine. Like I said before, LeBron is one of the best players I've ever seen in my life, but
Mm.
he's not the best. And the reason why I put Jordan over him is because he was a killer. He wanted the ball at the end of the game. He wanted to be the one to kill the other team. He wanted whether he would get the steal or he wanted to score the last points. That image is famous now when he hits that shot against Utah, even though that wasn't his last bucket in the NBA because then he came back from retirement again.
Mm-hmm.
But that was the type of player he was. And LeBron, I know you're going to disagree with me with stats and all this other stuff, but I watched these finals and and like I told you before, I wanted him to win, and then it would fucking drive me mad when he would pass the ball to someone else that had no shot instead of him being the killer and take the shot. That's why I was when he won that championship. Again, I agree with you. His best years were in the second time around with Cleveland, other than when he was in Miami. When he won that championship, that was his best finals he ever played. When he beat when that comeback,
hands down. That's what put him in the GOAT argument.
When that comeback that he had against Golden State, that was the best he's ever played in the finals. But before that and after that, he's always deferred, and I hated that about him. Like I know he has that killer instinct when he wants to, but for some reason he doesn't always want it. And that's why I put Jordan over him, because Jordan always wanted it. Even when he was playing for the freaking the Wizards. He was playing for the Wizards? No.
When he played
for the Wizards. He wanted to be the man, and he sucked. You know, like he was that mentality, that killer mentality is what makes me pick him slightly over LeBron.
So let me ask you this: do you pick Kobe over LeBron because of Kobe's killer mentality?
I don't, because Kobe, he was selfish. I put Duncan over Kobe. If you look
Jordan was selfish too. But I feel like every superstar has to be selfish to a degree. Like I don't think it's a bad thing for a superstar to be selfish.
Yeah, but Kobe was a detriment to the Lakers. Like every time Kobe had a tantrum, they had to make a change, and it fucked the rest of the Lakers for years until they rebuild again or whatever. Like he was really bad for the team. And if you look at I put Duncan over Kobe. If you look at Duncan's numbers and the amount of championships he's won, and the amount of MVPs that he's won, and the amount of all NBA teams he's been, and all these other stats, you want to compare stats with stats. Duncan is a way better player than Kobe. Not way better, but he's a better player than Kobe. So I don't put Kobe in that GOAT. I mean, he rests in peace. I don't want to, shit talk him because he was one of the greats. But
he was a shit teammate, and that's fact.
He was a shit teammate. He definitely was a shit teammate, and that puts him down. Jordan wasn't a shit teammate. Neither was LeBron, and neither was Duncan.
No, I hear you.
I put like if you ask me, I put Jordan number 1, LeBron number 2, Duncan number 3, and then maybe Jabbar.
Nah, you tripping on Duncan number 3, bro. I fucks with Tim Duncan, but he ain't number 3 on all.
You gotta look at the stats, dog. You gotta look at the stats.
I've seen the stats. I'm very familiar with Tim Duncan, bro.
See the stats. You gotta see the era that he dominated in. I mean, Kobe was in and out.
Yeah, but Tim
Duncan was consistent.
Tim Duncan had a lot in his advantage, though. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you can arguably say that the Spurs were a dynasty, right? That was a dynasty that Tim Duncan played on, and he was at the forefront. And I'm not. Trust me, I'm a Tim Duncan fan. I'm a fan of Tim Duncan, so I'm not trying to discredit. And he's clearly a top 10 player. I mean, and my thing about it is though too, like I don't disagree with people who say that Tim Duncan is over Kobe, because I understand. My thing about it is with Kobe is that like Kobe was extremely selfish to the point on he he wanted to do everything himself, right? But it's the fact that he actually accomplished it. He actually followed through with it. You get what I'm saying? What in doing what he ultimately wanted to do was eclipse Shaq. He didn't obviously get to Jordan, right? But he eclipsed Shaq at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
And not to mention, you get what I'm saying? Like the reason why I take Kobe over Tim Duncan, right? Because Kobe, compared to LeBron and Jordan, actually faced better competition than either of the two. They
Yeah.
faced they
And
faced more 50 plus win teams. He faced more 50 plus win teams than Jordan and LeBron. And we talking about a multitude of teams. We talking about the Spurs, the Nuggets, right? In
and
itself,
and
he
and
huh?
another thing, he had shittier teams.
Kobe, right?
Yeah, he had
Yeah,
shittier teams.
yeah,
You look at that second team with Pau Gasol
yeah,
and like
yeah.
who the hell else did he
Yeah,
have?
Lamar Odom,
Yeah,
Andrew
like
Bynum, Derek
yeah,
Fisher,
yeah.
Shasha
That
Boo. Like, yeah,
he was
these guys
trash.
were role
Yeah,
players.
yeah,
Only Pau Gasol was the
right.
Shannon Brown meta
Yeah,
world peace. Like,
yeah,
like, and he's going. Mind you, you got the fact that he's going up against the Spurs
yeah,
with
yeah.
that sort of team. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? He's going against the Celtics with
yeah,
that sort of team. You
right.
know what I'm saying? But let me go back to this argument though, because you talk about the killer, right? You talk about the killer mentality. Look at what I got up on the screen right here, man. Look, they trying to convince you that LeBron isn't clutch, and I'm convincing you otherwise. LeBron James in game tying or go ahead field goals playoffs in under 10 seconds. LeBron James is 12 for 23, 52% in the playoffs. Michael Jordan is 47% for 7 for 15, and Kobe is 5 for 22 with 23%, bro. And let me remind you that LeBron James has the most buzzer beaters in the playoffs with 5. So he's clearly clutch. I mean, with the killer mentality, I get the angle that you're going at because Michael Jordan, it's it is different. I completely understand where you're coming from. Like with Kobe, I see more Jordan in Kobe than I see in LeBron. But you gotta understand, like with LeBron, it's like he plays the game so different. Like it's like I would say like Michael Jordan is like a cracked up Magic Johnson. You know what I'm saying? In that sense, because he doesn't. Yeah, he can score, but
But
with
okay,
the
so
problem, and I would say I would say the issue with LeBron early on in his career is that he always tried to find the best play instead of being a selfish player, right? But LeBron James started to be that when LeBron James started to become a selfish player, right? Officially occurred in their second year in Miami, right? When Dwayne Wade went to LeBron and he was like, "Look, this is
yeah,
your team.
yeah.
This is for you to take over. You are the best player on this team."
But that's right now that you're bringing all that up.
Mm,
That's that brought to mind something else.
mm,
That let's keep with the same theme. Okay, so like I said before,
mm,
Jordan was a killer, right?
mm.
And I felt like LeBron was. This is
He had to,
this is
he had to
why
be
this
molded
is why
into a killer.
not only that, but this is why I feel like this is why I feel so strongly about this, because Jordan was a shooting guard. He was a 6'6" shooting guard
Mm-hmm.
who would go up, and the league was a tall league during those times that he played, during the times that he dominated. So your stats don't take that into consideration.
That's not
That
true.
Jordan played, he didn't
That's
take
not
three
true.
pointers. he went up against trees. He went up against defensive beasts, and he dominated them. While so when he has that killer instinct that you see that you hate so much, because my Knicks are going up against Jordan, and we can't stop this fucking 6'6" dude, man. It's what the hell? We have the best defensive team in the world, and we can't stop this freaking guy. And he's only a 6'6" guard. He's not another center. He's just a 6'6" guard that he's not even taking threes. He's just going to the basket. How can we not stop this man from scoring 30 points? Like, what is this? And then you go to LeBron. Him being 6'9", 6'8", what is he?
6'9",
right? He could easily. That's why I was impressed when he came into the league. This kid is 6'9". He's gonna come in and fucking dominate, and then he defers. Now I know I see your stats because I've seen him hit shots. Obviously, I'm not gonna say he's never hit a shot. Obviously I've seen him win game winners. I've seen him, and like I previously mentioned, his amazing run that he had in the second go around with Cleveland. But how are you not the killer if you should be the most dominant on the court in the fourth quarter, man? To stop passing the ball. I'm watching these games live, and it's like, why is he passing the ball? Oh my God, he should have won the game. Because growing up, I kind of learned this from my dad, right? Like, I always stick to my division, right? I always stick to my conference. So Cleveland, Miami, they were always in my conference, so I was always rooting for the man to win. And the only time I didn't root was when Jordan was, because he was always eliminating my Knicks. But Jordan, but look, I never had anything against LeBron. So when he's going up in the finals, I'm rooting for the guy. And then he would disappointment when he's not taking the freaking shot, why he's not acting like the killer that I used to see in the 90s for this other guy. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I say what it is, what I say, because he should dominate night in and night. Not now, obviously. I'm saying back in those days, like, you should fucking take it to the hole. Nobody can stop you, man. What are you doing?
Hey, yo, Will, you all this shit.
So remember when I said that you that's not true, right? And I was talking about average height. You were talking about big man. So I because I did research on this prior, right? The average height when Michael Jordan played was 6'7" in the NBA, right? In today's league, and I did the calculation from when LeBron got drafted into the league up until this very year, the average height is 6'9". But to your credit, though, it is a different game. You know what I'm saying? So it's not the same game. So I do have to factor that in. But at least when it comes down to the height factor, yeah, that's not true though.
The thing, like, for instance, like the LeBron today, the LeBron today is a killer. The LeBron today is going to the basket. The LeBron today is what I wanted to see from him back in the day. You know what I mean? Like, that's the LeBron today is with the player that I always thought we were going to see from the beginning.
But that's what I'm saying, though. He wasn't that player up until second year in Miami, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But since that year, since that occurrence, he's been that player. You hear what I'm saying? Like, that's what needs to be taken away from here. Like, once LeBron dropped 50, right, on the Boston Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals, he was the best player in the world, and nobody was even close. And let me give some insight on here, Will, because I'm not even a LeBron fan, bro. I'm a Kobe fan. I hated it when he beat Kobe in the regular season. Right? I would everything that I'm saying, everything that I say about Jokic's bum ass and not having no titles and none of
Yeah.
that. Right? I said, trust me, bro. I said the same exact thing about LeBron. I swear to God. Anybody that knows me prior knows I had the same consistent argument. But since then, LeBron has been a killer, bro. He has been. When he's in that position to win, he is a killer. The only thing that stopped him from keying off these championships is just some of the competition he's faced. He just faced better teams. Because LeBron James has, let me see, let me actually bring this up. LeBron James actually has 40, he has 40 more points than Michael Jordan when it comes to win shares, right? Which means that obviously LeBron James has a bigger role and he's a bigger factor in his team winning than Michael Jordan because LeBron
yeah,
James
of course. He
contributed
grabbed
to the
more
game in so
rebounds.
many different areas.
Yeah. He grabbed more rebounds to get more assists. Obviously,
I mean,
yeah.
it's not just that. It's because remember it's the whole game, bro. Remember, like even going back to 2018, right? In 2018, LeBron James had one of the highest player efficiency ratings in the playoffs, mind you, right? That was the same year when he went against the Golden State Warriors in the finals, and he dropped 50 in that first game. And obviously, they fucking, they couldn't beat the Warriors with Steph Curry and Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson. Right, but it's the fact that LeBron just contributes so much to his team. Yes, it's a little bit different now. I mean, shit. I mean, it's slightly different. I mean, he's still contributing offensively in the way he did, but that's not changing. You know what I'm saying? Like he's still putting up points. He's still getting guys involved. Like just imagine if he played on a team that even remotely resembled the teams that he played with. Just imagine if he played with a team of players that can actually shoot. Imagine how far this team would actually go. If the Lakers were a shooting team, let's just say with the exception of LeBron, if the Lakers team were a better shooting team, you're telling me they wouldn't be able to make a deep run. That's really the only thing that's stopping them from going deep.
Today,
yeah, in my opinion,
if
it's really shooting that sets them apart. They don't have no consistent.
They're good defensively, and their injuries have been killing them. But they're very inconsistent on the offense. Yeah, that's definitely their problem. They don't score. I feel like they're kind of like the Toronto Raptors, man. I mean, they're not as bad. They're not as bad as Toronto, but they have the same problems. They can't score consistently. And I mean, part of it might be attributed to the fact that AD's hurt or whatever,
and the roster makeup, and I mean, it is a multitude of things. I mean, they didn't build the best team around LeBron. They didn't build around LeBron. They just didn't build the best team for this era.
The pickup from Rui Hachimura was big, but I don't think that's the missing piece. Like they still
absolutely not.
Yeah, but he adds so much more to the team with offensively though. They look better with him. I don't know. He like tonight. He the threat that he's out there is like shit, man. He's gonna hit shots.
Yeah,
he's gonna hit shots for him.
I agree. Hey man, Y'all got anything else y'all want to add?
Oh, I got a lot I want to add.
He wants to say Jokic is the best player of all time.
No, that's not AK.
Hey,
That's
we don't need to say that. We already know that. That's
no, we don't know. We don't know that, bro. We don't. It's not. It hasn't happened yet, bro. It hasn't happened.
Wait.
You just wait.
Man, saying just wait, bro. I ain't waiting for nothing. And honestly, you can even make an argument. What Will was saying in throughout his argument with the players today and how it's kind of lackluster on defense, bro. You telling me Jokic doesn't fucking benefit from that also?
Yes, but so does LeBron.
In what way?
In a way that
Because he gets hacked, bro.
Mm.
And he's a more dominant scorer.
No, I'll tell you exactly why. Because of the what is it, the Zaza Pachulia rule, that one. The one that helps protect the jump shooters.
But that was for Kawhi. That wasn't for LeBron.
Yeah, but it was for Kawhi, but it helps all of them. It helps LeBron, Steph, KG, Harden, Kawhi, Dame, and LeBron.
But LeBron's not a jump shooter, bro.
Yeah, LeBron's not a jump shooter.
He's a closer. He's a finisher.
He goes to the basket. Yeah,
Like he can, like LeBron
Yeah, but
can.
right now
like,
he is. But right now he is.
No, LeBron's not a jump shooter.
He still finishes, bro.
He scores most of his points going to the basket. Like,
yeah, bro.
If he's taking jump shots, he's missing a lot. So he's
not shooting.
He's not stupid. He's gonna go to the basket. Like,
yeah,
he's gonna score. He's gonna dunk. He's gonna he'll take the occasional three here and there, and he miss, but that's his main game right now. Like I was saying earlier, he's going straight to the basket.
Yeah,
he's a killer now. Like that's all you see is him going to the basket. Tonight was a perfect example. Like,
let me one last.
We didn't have Mitch Robinson, so he had an easy freaking lane to the basket the whole night.
Hey, one last final question though, Will. Do you see the same killer mentality in Jokic?
I think today, Embiid and Jokic are the most, and Giannis. Maybe you could add KD to this too.
I'm saying killer mentality.
Dominant men in basketball today.
Not dominant.
Those four are the most dominant men in basketball. They are unstoppable. Yes, he has killer instinct. If you watch him night in and night out, you see it. Maybe that night that he played against Embiid, he didn't have it. I don't know.
Nah,
but if you see night in and night out, he's the most dominant force on the team.
Nah, bro.
Just like Embiid is on his team, just like and it's the big men. The big men. Why? Because this league is soft. This league is soft. You are a big man. You could dominate. Look at KD. Look at dude. This guy. Giannis has no freaking shot. He has no kind of shot. He has no kind of jump shot, and he ain't even gonna try to take a jump. He just go to the basket all night. Go. Your step, whatever, walk, travel, all kinds of shit. He just goes straight to the basket because his league is soft and he can't be stopped if you go to the basket. And that's why Embiid is so dominant, because he can't be stopped if you go to the basket. He'll take it the jumper occasionally here and there, but his main game is the post, is the paint. Same thing with KD. Same thing with Jokic. Same thing with Luka. Luka, most of his points are in the paint, in the post. You are big. You go to the post, you can't be stopped because the league is man soft, and that's what it is. These big men are dominating the league because of the league being this soft.
You trying to switch up my wording here, bro?
And that's why LeBron is doing so good right now too. LeBron is doing so good too. That's why LeBron and AD is so dominant because you go straight to the basket. You can't be stopped. And you're gonna tell me that Jokic, who can't be stopped, is not have the killer instinct? He's going to the basket night in and night out.
He doesn't have a killer instinct, bro. And I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna break it down for you, man. First off, right? When I said dominant, when I said killer instinct, I didn't mean dominant. You know what I meant, right? You know, like I'm talking about the player that's gonna go after it. The player that's like, all right, you know what? We down. I'm the best player on the court. Give me the ball. Type shit. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what he does.
I don't see that, bro. I do not see that in Jokic. You can't say after everything we've talked about.
Game, bro.
Huh?
Dude, right now he has 25 points, 17 rebounds, 15 assists, and you tell me he doesn't have.
You are giving me regular season numbers, right?
I just the playoffs yet. What are you
bro?
talking
All right, you want me to give you playoffs? You want me to give you playoffs? I'll give you playoffs. I got playoff numbers. He's had you talked about plus minus, right? He has the highest plus minus in the regular season. In the past 3 years, he's had a negative minus. He's had a negative. In 2019 to 2020, he's had negative 14. In last year,
but bro, he's never had a team like right now.
Yeah, you can't blame him for that. When he has no one around him.
So now he has had a team like right now.
If there's nobody around him, why doesn't he take over?
No, but listen. He has nobody around him, so the opposing team is gonna just double team and triple team him. Obviously, he's gonna have a minus. He's not gonna. He has no help, so he's not gonna do everything. He's being double teamed and triple teamed. How kind of logic is that? That's not logical, man. You gotta look at what's actually going on in the world before you just only look at stats. He can't dominate if he has no help. Obviously, no, right now he's having a better season. Like I was telling you the other day, he's having a better season now than he had as his last two MVP seasons.
That's not what I mean, bro. That's not what I mean. What I mean is, look, I'm fine with players losing if you go out on your sword. You get what I'm saying now? Like it's not that I'm saying like, okay, he has to win, because it's not like I expected him to win. AK was the only person that thought he was going to win and beat the Warriors. And we bet against that and I beat him, right? So it's not like I expected him to beat the Warriors. Where I'm coming from, right, is to fall on your sword and put up numbers knowing you are the best player on the court, right? That's what I mean. Like I've seen players put up 40, 50 in losing efforts, knowing the fact that, you know what, I'm the best player.
So did Jokic. He dropped 2 side-by-side 40 points.
No, he didn't drop 40. He didn't drop 40. Stop saying that. He didn't have 40.
37.
He had 37.
Right.
So why didn't he have 40? Why didn't he have 40? 40 is easy.
Bro, you're not making this argument right now.
No, yes, I am.
You're not
he had 37. He had 37. He lost the game. If he had 40, right, they would have won. Am I right or am I wrong?
Well,
oh, exactly. That's what I mean. Fall on your sword. All right.
But you're not looking at the whole picture, man.
No,
you're being biased right now. Because he's a center. He's not a point. He's not a guard. He's not a guy who, I get the ball and I'll do what I want, like a KD could do maybe, but or maybe a Giannis. But Embiid don't even do that. He needs to get the ball too.
Embiid does that. Embiid does that.
No, he don't pick up the ball at the. He's not the point guard. He's like Hawk in 2K, right? He needs the ball to be given to him in the post or at some nice spot on the court.
That's not it.
That's
not the end.
And the same thing is this guy. So when Embiid has a team around him and he loses, you're gonna tell me that that's the same. That Embiid is better because Jokic, who had no team,
I
who
didn't say
had no
he's
team,
better.
and
I'm not.
he's not a killer because he lost.
You know what? No, that's not what I said. I didn't say he's not a killer because he lost. I'm saying he's not a killer. Well, first off, I'll bring up this one point right now. One way I can indicate this is shot attempts. Shot attempts is literally the way how I would indicate if a player has a killer mentality or if they're trying to if they have the will to win the game, right? I'm not saying he obviously he wants to win the game, right?
Yeah.
My thing about it is like with shot attempts, I think that's the first indication I look at because you know what? Okay, like all right, he has the ball, right? Which means okay, I'm going to take charge of the offense right now. I'm going to try to get every shot I can put up because I know if I put up points or if I'm playing well, that puts my team in the best situation to win. We've seen it with Kevin Durant. We've seen it with LeBron. We've seen it with Jordan. We've seen it with Kobe. We've seen it with Kawhi. We've seen it with Steph.
Okay,
right?
but
We've seen it with a multitude of players.
But Jokic scoring 2 nights in a row, 30 plus points, outscoring everyone on his team, didn't take enough shots, and he doesn't have a killer instinct. I don't understand that argument. He scored 30 plus points, 2 straight nights, outscoring everyone on his team, and he didn't take enough shots.
Right, and you
don't
you
get
know what?
that.
Well, but you know what?
Understand.
Like you said, hey, bro. Remember, I remember these games though too. I watch these games like a hawk. A lot of those points most of those points came in the first 3 quarters. Now, if you were to bring up his fourth quarter numbers, he was relatively pedestrian and was limited in his shots in the fourth quarter. He wasn't shooting like that in the fourth quarter. Like I would even bring up the point in what you said. It was like, oh, but he's passing the ball. You know, with LeBron, he's like, I don't want him to pass the ball. The same argument that you said with LeBron in that instance is the same thing I'm saying right now. That's exactly what I'm saying.
All right. I don't remember those games. I was just going off of.
That's what I'm saying. Especially last year.
I don't remember the games. That's what I'm saying.
No,
I'm just going off of production and shots taken and everything you were saying before. I don't know. I don't remember the games.
No, but what I was saying was shot attempts is the first indication on a player's drive to want to win the game. Like obviously, you know, there's different like all right, let me try to explain it. Let me try to explain it better. Right now, with Kobe, right? You know, in the fourth quarter of the game, or even Jordan, you know the ball is going in his hands, and he's gonna take majority of the shots at the end of the under 5 minutes of the fourth quarter. You know the best player is gonna get the ball when it's crunch time, especially if it's game for game in the series, in a playoff series. Yeah. That's where I'm coming from, bro. Is that Jokic all I'm saying is that I want to see him take over games. I don't have those moments of him. I don't have those moments of him in the playoffs. You guys keep giving me these regular season numbers with Jokic. And that's what I'm saying is like once the voters fatigue starts to weigh in on the whole MVP conversation, then that's when his playoff performances are going to start to show up, bro. Like,
I'm the reason why I don't know about Artem, but the reason why I argue about the regular season stats and all this shit is because of the argument of the MVP. You know what I mean? Like that.
I'm not talking about MVP.
That has nothing to do with the playoffs.
No,
I'm talking about playoffs.
I'm talking about
the playoffs. Then you know, I'd have to defer to the fact that he didn't have help. He never has to have help.
I've heard, but see,
I hope
that argument numerous times.
That's what I'm saying. Bro. I hope that this year his team stays healthy the way they are right now, going into the playoffs, and then we can have this argument again. Because other than that, we don't have a really accurate scope of the situation until he has a team around him. Like right now, Right now, he has a team around him, and if this team goes to the playoffs and he doesn't do shit, then I'm gonna have to shit on the guy.
I mean, yeah, because I said this is it. This is the 1 year he doesn't have an excuse, and
Right, you're right.
I've said that.
That's my thing. My argument for him being the not the GOAT, the best player in the game today, the MVP, blah blah blah, is because of his current stats, and he just keeps improving every year. He just keeps improving every year. When it comes to playoffs, I don't shit on the guy because of that fact that he's never had the help. Now he has help. So now let's see what happens.
Yeah, but like this is what it comes down to, man, and I'm gonna be quick with it. Jokic is gonna get exposed because a player that immobile can't be that good, bro. You're talking about a guy that has half the vert that Joel Embiid has. Like that's just hard to overcome, man. Like in the modern NBA, you need to be able to move. You need to be a mobile player, bro. This guy Jokic is not a mobile player. And another thing too, I don't like with the Nuggets offense. I think it's too complicated for the playoffs. And what do I mean by that? You look at these great players, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and now in the modern league, you have guys like Embiid and Kevin Durant, which to say, give me the ball and get out my fucking damn way. And I think that's a great playoff strategy. When you have a guy that you can go to in the playoffs, the Nuggets, they're running too much complicated shit, bro. Like, who's the number one scoring option on that team? Is it Jamal Murray or is it Jokic? Or why is like Aaron Gordon and Michael Porter Jr., they're great role players, but I'm worried that they're going to take a little too many shots, man. I don't no shot on Jokic, but I think that they're better players in the league, man. I think Jokic, he's too immobile. Giannis, he can't shoot. And I think those two specific players, this is just my prediction, I think there's going to be a lot of exposing for Jokic and Giannis particularly. When I think of exposing during this postseason, those are the two guys that come to mind to me, man. I'm not a believer in Jokic and never have been. Embiid's way better, and we're going to see it, bro.
Nah, I don't agree with that, bro.
Bro, if Harden wasn't on the team, this guy would never say that. That's what I know for a fact. That's how I know.
Not true, bro. Pat, you don't agree that Jokic is too immobile to overcome?
But he doesn't need to be. He's got Aaron Gordon, the best dunker in the league.
Oh, so you bring up his teammates now?
Yeah,
so you bring up his teammates. You brought up LeBron teammates, and now you gotta bring up you gotta bring up Jokic's teammates, so that he got his team now.
We've been saying that, bro. I never said that he doesn't have. I said he
all
has
I'm
the
saying
best
is you.
team.
All I'm saying is you use it against LeBron whenever he wins. But now you saying, all right, Jokic got his teammates, so he can win.
So Jokic needs a guy like LaMelo Ball, bro.
Because those are different stories.
No, it's not different stories, bro. You're making the same argument. You're literally making the same argument. You're saying that, okay, he has his teammates now. He can go far in the playoff. I've seen LeBron play with less and still go to the finals. That's why I don't consider that argument. Because I've seen great players still make deep playoff runs with less.
Yeah, but you're also talking about different positions. Like when I see
that don't matter, bro. He's dominant. He said he's a dominant player, and I agree that he's a dominant player.
Yeah, but he needs the ball to be given to him. See, when Embiid dominates the ball is given to him. When Giannis dominates the ball is given to him. It's not they need a guard. They need a forward. They need someone to give them the ball so that they can dominate. If they don't have that other player, that complementary player, like Maxey or Harden or Holiday or like they are not going to succeed. And that's what happened with Jokic. He didn't have that complementary player like he has today. A Murray and like this kid said earlier, Gordon.
He did in 2020.
Yeah, but the kid got hurt.
No, they didn't get hurt in 2020. They lost. Embiid, that was Bubble Murray. He wasn't. I mean, Jokic wasn't MVP. Jokic.
That
But
was
he was
bubble. That was the bubble. That I don't even count that year. I mean, I give
no, you can't say that,
LeBron
Bubble
bro.
doesn't
LeBron
count. We all
the
know
Why
bubble
doesn't that year count?
because it's a Mickey
because
Mouse year.
not everyone participated in the rest of the season,
No.
and the
What do you
season
mean?
was cut
Every
short.
playoff team, every team that was there, every team that was supposed to be there was there.
Like what, Warriors?
The Warriors were bad all that year, bro. They were injured. They weren't a great team that year.
And
They
so
were
were the
injured.
Yeah,
Bucks.
Facts.
They
but
were the Bucks.
but the thing about the bubble is you have 4 months of a basketball break, bro. Like, don't you think rust
All right,
accumulates during that
so
time?
all right, so 4 months of a basketball break, meaning that every player should be healthy.
Yeah, but like rust, like they get rusty, bro. Like, you know what
Come
I
on,
mean?
Yeah,
bro.
no, it's not the same. It's not the same. I mean, I'm not taking the championship away from LeBron. I mean, you definitely won. That was a great series between Miami and the Lakers. That shit was a classic. I mean, I was hoping Butler would pull it off, but it didn't happen. But that whole bubble situation was so controversial. It was a propaganda scheme. That's what it was. Uh, and not everyone wanted to participate. I mean, Kyrie, you know, I mean, a lot of people had a lot of things to say, and everyone shut them down, and a lot of the stuff that they wanted to say was not actually broadcasted like it should have been. But that whole bubble situation was just weird. But to go back to that's why I don't put too much emphasis on the bubble, even though being hypocritical, I like the way the Suns came out of nowhere. Like they weren't a good team, and then all of a sudden Devin Booker just took over, and you know the Suns were put on the face of the earth, you know, and put on the map, you know, during the bubble. So that was nice. But yeah, the times that counted were these years where Jokic had no help, and he's the most dominant force in the league, and he has no help when he needs a complementary player to give him the ball.
But you keep saying there's no help, man. There's no help, no help, no help. Look, man, I'm not saying even against like certain teams, bro. Like I said, it's different if I say I expect them to win, but like I said, I'm not even saying that. Like if I had to even bring up the series when he went against the Suns and got swept, he played like shit in some of those games. Aiden gave him work in that series.
Yeah, you can't be a grown ass man getting swept, bro.
You get what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm talking about here. Like he had some really bad games in that series. He got swept, bro. And yes,
Broom.
yes, you can
But-
say,
But
the Nets got swept last year by the Celtics. Durant playing in his prime, playing one of the most dominant basketball, and he got swept, and he had his full team.
but
Like you can't.
No, he did not have his full team, and they lost to a better team.
Yeah,
Okay,
they
They were
lost to a
clearly
better
a
team.
better
They
team.
lost. They clearly
that's the
lost to a
most
better team.
biased shit I'm hearing right now.
How? Explain.
He had his star and the second star of the team.
Did
Nah,
Ben
that's
Simmons
not
play?
biased, bro. Cash
Did
is a
Ben
Kevin
Simmons
Durant
play?
hater, bro. So that's the
Did
opposite
Ben
of
Simmons
bias.
play? Did
What?
Ben Simmons play?
Ben Simmons is trash. What are you
But
talking
did he
about?
play? But they traded James Harden away for Ben Simmons, and Ben
Yeah,
Simmons
but
is
they
still a
weren't-
defender.
They weren't counting on him. He didn't play.
They were counting on him, bro. Don't say that. They were counting on him.
Nah,
That's why they were pushing for him to play in Game 4. They couldn't beat the Celtics without Ben Simmons.
That's all propaganda that you hear in the media, but
That's
the reality,
not propaganda, bro.
they weren't counting on him. They knew they weren't going to get jack shit from him.
No,
Dude.
no, that's not true. Because they were even saying that they needed him for even 20 minutes just to defend. It wasn't even for the scoring factor. They needed a defender. They couldn't guard anybody.
Yeah, they played no defense. They're one of the worst defending teams in the NBA. And adding Ben Simmons was not going to make a difference. A rusty Ben Simmons who hadn't played in a full year was not going to be the savior. That's what I'm telling you. They weren't counting on him. That's all just media hype. That's not the reality.
But savior is not like on some. All right, let me take over. That's just defending. That's off ball.
Yeah, but he was rusty as shit. He hadn't played in a year, and he had back issues, and he had apparently back issues that he needed.
Back issues was the propaganda, bro. He ain't have no back issues. He was healthy, those motherfuckers.
Well, he got an operation after.
Yeah, he did. He got like surgery or something. But nah,
it was real. But that's what I mean. Like he was. They weren't counting on him. That was just to see if something. I don't know. But that
all I'm saying is I've seen players do more with less. I've seen it. I've seen it done before.
Yeah, as a forward or center.
As a forward, center, wing, yes. Quite frankly, yes, I can say that.
Who?
LeBron.
Yeah, but that's
okay, it's a 4
position.
or 5.
KD,
Yeah,
he's a 3.
KD's a 3. Yeah, he ain't no center.
LeBron is a 3.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bring
He's
an example of a 4 or 5.
Wait, so AK, what are you saying here, bro? Are you saying what I'm saying? Say what you're trying to say.
No, as a power forward or center.
Yeah, you
bro.
can't.
As a center, you're telling me you can't, bro. As a center, you can dominate the game even more. What do you mean?
Then AD would have won championships before hooking up with LeBron. What do you mean? You cannot dominate the game if you need the ball to be given to you.
Yes,
you can only dominate the game if you are the guy that could bring it up like a KD or like a LeBron. Bro.
Yes, you can. You have 70 years of NBA basketball to prove that point. The game today is just become.
Yeah, bro. Just look at Dwight Howard, bro. Dwight Howard did what he did. Jokic got to do it.
NBA basketball to prove that
Dwight
big
Howard
men have dominated this league. It's only till today's modern NBA where I wouldn't even say it's guard ball. I would say in today's NBA, you need a dominant wing to win a championship, or at least a very good wing. A guard is a huge plus, but you need a dominant 2 to the 4.
Okay, yeah, I totally agree with you, and you just made my point. You cannot win if you cannot dominate if you don't have if your game, right? If you are a center and your game is based on the fact that you need a complementary player to give you the ball in order for you to dominate. If Embiid doesn't have Harden and Maxey and Milton and the other guy to give him the ball, he would be trash too. But he has these guys, so he could dominate.
Disagree, because you want to know why that argument doesn't apply with Jokic? Because he has the ball in his hands. He's leads
the post. When did he get the
assist?
When did he get the ball?
Bro, he gets the ball damn near every possession.
Okay, but I'm saying, where does he get the ball?
Where did it, on the other, at the half court?
No, he don't get the ball at the half court.
I'm not saying the half court when they throw it in. I'm talking about like bro, I've seen Jokic come up with the basketball because they know he controls the tempo of the offense. It's not the same thing with Embiid and Jokic because Jokic gets the ball. You can't sit here and tell me Jokic does not get the ball on offense. He has the ball majority of the time on offense.
I know, but you're not listening to what I'm saying. I'm saying that he needs the ball to be given to him. Jokic can't be like, okay, I'm going to be point guard right now. No. He gets the ball at the top of the key. He gets the ball at the post. When he gets the ball given to him, that's when he dominates. If you don't have a guy that can do that for him, then he can't dominate the game. And the same thing goes for Embiid. Embiid does not come up as a point guard. No, he goes up. He waits at the top of the key for someone to give him the ball.
But that doesn't.
And he has those complementary players around him. That's why Embiid
that doesn't apply here, bro. Because there hasn't been any argument where they've said Jokic needs to get the ball more. because he has the ball in his hands. That's like I've never heard or seen anything where they said Jokic needs the ball. Give the ball to Jokic. That conversation has never occurred because he
I
gets the
know.
ball.
Right, he gets the ball. That's what I'm saying to you. That he needs, in order for him to dominate, he needs the ball. We agree with that.
Yes.
Okay.
No,
So
but where we're different is that you're saying he needs to get the ball passed to him. I'm saying he does get the ball passed to him. He gets the ball. Like regardless if he's a center or whatever, the ball will be going to Jokic.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. Like, I'm confused on what we're disagreeing here.
What we're disagreeing with is that when it comes to the playoffs, and he hasn't. The disagreement is with the fact of whether he had help or he doesn't have help. When he didn't have help, he took less shots, obviously, because the teams were preventing the balls getting to him. So obviously he cannot dominate the game like we are used to seeing him do if he can't get the ball, because he's not and the same thing would happen to Embiid. Look what happened to Embiid last year with his mask and all that stuff. It was unfortunate that shit happened to him, but the fact of the matter was that he took less shots too, because he wasn't given Harden was playing like shit. He wasn't himself, you know. He wasn't even passing the ball to Embiid. And Embiid was so disappointed at the fact that this guy, Embiid's another one who likes to throw people under the bus. Mm-hmm. But he was disappointed that this guy's not the same Harden we got. It was not the same Harden that we thought we were going to get. We thought we were going to get the Harden from Houston, whatever, because it was a total different guy. But that's the thing, that if Embiid is the same thing like Jokic, if they don't have the ball given to them, they can't prosper. Now, during the season, yeah, of course, yeah, it's going to happen. But during the playoffs, when people are concentrating on eliminating the biggest threat, and you don't have help around you, obviously a guy like Jokic or a guy like Embiid is not going to prosper in the playoffs, and that's why they haven't prospered in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let me give you an example from last year, and this is from one particular game, and then I gotta end it off here in a bit. But we can definitely continue this conversation in the future. Definitely, for sure. Right? Yeah. You said let me just bring up the video. This is a particular video from last year's playoff series against the Warriors. The Denver Nuggets were down 116 and 111 against the Warriors. Right? So pay close. This is from last year. So
Denver has not scored in the last 5 possessions.
Right? Post up by Draymond Green. 30 seconds left. Draymond Green. So that right there, and that's not summing up the entire situation. I'm not saying that shines like that cements my entire argument, because I do understand what you're saying, right? But my point is the fact that, one, he gets the ball. He definitely gets the ball, especially in crunch time, right? And then two, right? All I'm saying is that I want him to be more aggressive when time comes, right? And because this argument with when what you're saying, how superstars get the ball in their hands, man. You can't convince me otherwise, bro. Like I'm fixed on that. It's whether or not the superstar cashes in on the opportunity. That's always been the argument. It's not about the player not getting the ball, but it's about taking the shots. It's about making the shots, and it's about winning the game. That's how I look at it, right? And I feel like that's where Jokic can improve his game, is to be more aggressive when it truly matters. Like, let's just say, you feel me? Like even if he's missing the shots, Even if if his shots aren't going for him. All I'm saying is for him to be more aggressive in moments like this. Like even in that play, right? I'm not saying okay. I understand it was a fast paced game. Draymond Green stole the ball. It happens. You feel me? I'm not holding that to him. But he got the ball. He tried to make something of it. I mean, shit, he was aggressive in that play. He just got the ball stolen from him. I wouldn't even use that in an example when I say that he wasn't being aggressive. But in that moment, that's kind of like what I would want to see from Jokic in the future, bro, is to just be more aggressive. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm alluding to. I've seen Embiid do it. But I want to see
that. And where did that get him?
Do it more, huh?
And Pat, you'll never see Jokic do it. He's too slow.
Doesn't need to. What has Embiid done?
You mean
in all
he doesn't
those
need
years?
to,
With
bro?
all those
See,
crazy
that's
teams
a
he had?
loser's mentality, AK. He needs to do that. How is he going to win a
championship?
champion?
Who's the loser? Embiid is a fucking loser compared to Jokic with the double MVP. Look at the teams that Embiid had when they played against the Raptors.
Bro, having an
But-
MVP doesn't make you a winner. You know that, right?
Okay, what has Embiid done when he had Jimmy Butler on his team? When he went all the way to the finals and then he
didn't go to the finals. They went to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Whoa,
And remember, that came down to a last second shot by Kawhi. That game was going to go into overtime. And they had a very good chance of winning that series.
But they didn't.
I mean, because of that buzzer beater. So, I mean, I'm not trying to, make the argument saying like, okay, Embiid has a better career than Jokic. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just speaking strictly from the mentality to win the game when the opportunity sets in. That was on the case for LeBron. It was on the case. I mean, Michael Jordan and Kobe, it didn't apply to them because they already had it. Even you can even say the argument even kind of almost lingered over Kevin Durant and even Stephen Curry. The only thing with Kevin Durant, he just needed to be in that position to even win. But the problem with Kevin Durant is that he couldn't beat some of these guys in the playoff. He couldn't beat Steph Curry in the playoff. He couldn't beat LeBron, right?
Yeah, that's because of Russ, though. But that's a whole different issue. That's Russ's fault.
That's not.
Yeah,
Russ.
that was Russ.
That was Russ's fault, bro. Russ attempted more shots than Kevin Durant. As a point guard, you need to make sure that Kevin Durant has the most shot attempts by far. There's no dimension, there's no universe where it's okay for Russell Westbrook to take more shots than Kevin Durant in the playoffs, bro.
Yeah, that was Russ's fault, man.
This guy Russ was jacking up shit, bro. How the fuck you shoot more than Kevin Durant? Are you fucked?
Yeah. They should have beaten them, man. They definitely should have beaten them. I thought in that series, I mean, the legend of Curry was really starting off, right? But yeah, I have a feeling like they could have won that series, man. They should have won that series. If it wasn't for Russ, man, I really feel like it's Russ's fault.
For sure, bro.
Okay,
I remember because I was watching basketball at that time.
So you're saying it was Russ's fault, but I have his numbers right here, right? In that game 7, Kevin Durant shot 33% in game 7 and 25% from 3.
That's one game. They were up 3-1.
That's game 7, bro.
Yeah, that's game 7.
That's game 7.
You're.
Oh, my fault. I didn't even have it up. Come on, bro. Talk about that's one game. That's the game.
It shouldn't have even gone game 7, bro. Look at game 6.
I'm looking at it.
They was up 3-1. Doesn't come down to just a game 7. If you're up 3-1, game 5, game 6, and game 7 are equally as important, bro. You gotta close out.
I got you. All right, man. I gotta close this out though. I was
See,
supposed
bro,
to.
can't handle the heat. He
Who,
knows.
me? What you mean, bro? I'm on.
Right.
This man over here saying bullshit. All right, though, man.
Yo,
Appreciate y'all, though.
this is always fun, man.
Nah, it was a
Talking.
good one. It was a good one. I wish my boy Rick was here when we was talking. We was had that LeBron debate. He had more shit under his belt though.
Yeah, your boy Ty couldn't handle the heat either.
Bro, you had no heat, bro. You had no smoke. What smoke you had?
I can smell the smoke coming in here.
Bro, you have the same argument for Jokic, bro. Just wait and see. Just wait and see. You talking about 3 months from now. 4 months
Because
from now.
he never had a team like he has right now.
Oh, he never had a team. He never had a team.
Because this is the season that he'll go to the finals.
Okay. All right. Now he has his team. Now he has the players he need, right?
Exactly.
He has his all-stars now. He has his players that he need.
Yeah.
He needs other good players so that he can do something in the playoffs.
Yeah, just like any other player that goes to the finals.
Yeah, I don't think the Nuggets are gonna be active in the trade deadline. I think this is pretty much set.
Nah, they're gonna
not.
trade. They're gonna trade Bones though.
For who?
Nah, they're not gonna do no trades, bro.
For
There's-
what?
Well,
Yeah,
not for
there's-
someone. But they're
they're not making no trades, bro. They're done.
Yeah, I think they're pretty much set.
Yeah, they're set on their team, bro. They're the number 1 seed in the West. Why would they make any trades?
Yeah, the Celtics and the Nuggets are pretty much set. I don't think they're gonna be active at all.
You know.
They're gonna go with their current teams.
Yeah, let me dead this though. I gotta head out though. Appreciate y'all. Tap in. Let me see tomorrow. What's going on tomorrow? I'll let y'all know if I'll stay in touch in the Discord to see if you guys want to tune in tomorrow. I gotta see what my schedule is like though.
Yo, you guys play 2K or something, man? Like,
yeah, I play 2K.
I just got banned from my team. I got banned on my team on next gen, but I could play my team. I could play my team and my career on current gen. That shit is whack.
You toxic with that.
All right, though, man. Let me head out there. Let me do my conclusion.
All right, man.
All right, though, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. We had a long one. We had a long NBA debate. You can see, man, we were going back and forth, talking a lot. You know, we touched up on a lot of topics. Probably didn't cover everything that I wanted to, but who cares, man? We had a good conversation. Please like and subscribe to CashSports /Cash Media. Hit that like, that notification button. Stay tuned and have a wonderful day.